When was rice domesticated? Have you ever wondered how rice became a staple food for billions of people around the world? The story of rice domestication is fascinating and rooted in ancient history. So, when exactly did this process begin? Rice was domesticated approximately 10,000 to 12,000 years ago. The earliest archaeological evidence points to the Middle and Lower Yangzi River Valley in China. This region is where the journey of rice from wild grass to a cultivated crop truly began. Researchers have discovered phytoliths, which are tiny silica structures from rice plants, at sites like Xiarendong and Diatongyuan. These phytoliths have been dated to around 11,000 to 12,000 years before Christ. This indicates that humans were using rice in this area during that time. Other important sites, such as Shangshan and Bashadang, have yielded rice remains dating back to about 8,000 years before Christ. However, there is still some debate about whether these were fully domesticated rice or wild varieties that were gathered or cultivated to some extent. Archaeological findings show that by around 6,000 to 5,400 years before Christ, tools like bone spades were being used. These tools suggest that early cultivation practices were starting to take shape, although they were not designed for intensive farming. By 5,000 to 4,000 years before Christ, more specialized agricultural tools appeared at sites like Hemudu, indicating that rice cultivation was becoming more established. The oldest known paddy fields with rice grains date to about 4,000 years before Christ in the lower Yangtze River Valley. This provides clear evidence of deliberate rice farming. From an archaeological perspective, rice domestication was a gradual process rather than a single event. It likely involved a slow transition from gathering wild rice to cultivating and selectively breeding it for desirable traits. This process coincided with environmental changes at the end of the Pleistocene and the beginning of the Holocene, a time when agriculture was emerging in various regions worldwide. The domestication of rice in the Yangtze River Valley laid the groundwork for its rapid spread across East Asia and beyond. Early farming communities exchanged knowledge and crops, further promoting rice cultivation. Archaeobotanical studies, which include analyzing phytoliths and ancient DNA, continue to refine our understanding of when and how rice became a staple crop. So, to answer the question, rice was domesticated in China roughly 10,000 years ago, starting with early cultivation practices in the Yangtze River region. This was followed by gradual improvements in farming techniques and plant selection that led to fully domesticated rice varieties by around 4,000 years before Christ. The timeline is reconstructed mainly through archaeological findings, which trace the transition from wild rice use to systematic agriculture.